A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE cast, only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day. Every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumuringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news-making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, Uganda Revenue Authority holds a peace-building baraza with Maracha community. Moyo District offers 3 hectares of land for the construction of the High Court. And Uganda Cancer Institute to commission Gulu Regional Cancer Center. This and more in the NILEcast News Bulletin. And more. It's the 15th of April 2024. You're most welcome to the NILEcast, only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. The various locals comprised of boda riders, women market vendors and other categories of traders have squeezed the Uganda Revenue Authority officials from West Nile Regional Office for the mistreating and harassing of their people during the enforcement operations in impounding smuggled goods and numberless motorcycles in Maracha District and in the region at large. Take a look.
Residents of Maracha District have squeezed the URA officers from West Nile Regional Office for mistreating and harassing people during their operations in impounding smuggled goods and numberless motorcycles in the district and the region at large. With the police department, RDC's office, LC5 chairperson's office and the URA officers who were in attendance, the furious locals comprised of boda riders, women market vendors and other categories of traders raised their concerns during a baraza organized by Maracha constituents MP Honorable Oguzuli Dennis. While appealing to the government to reduce the tax hiked on fuel which can minimize smuggling, a resident, Mr. Aluma Julius, described URA's harassment against the people of West Nile region as NRM government's deliberate segregation against people in this region.
Government ito eyoka automajisisu kwa bios. Asisi government pa business ara kita swambor dife. Otu para kade chair frustration elmo dabo agenti adi dua skubi bi usoro fe e kata di otu para ka to drama jesite harinta modu kongware export chigan
of Joe Town Council LC3 chairman Honorable Gothi Philem Dadayo advised the local people to restrain from doing smuggling businesses which can cause for them financial losses if they are intercepted by URA law enforcement officers.
Let's reform in our businesses which we are doing to avoid losses, to see that we move on well. I see a lot of people, a number of people who are losing from URA. You get out a number of jerrycans of fuel from Congo is taken and the person misses the whole money, and then you also lose the motorcycle.
Mr. Aduma Yero Justus from Maracha Town Council, aspiring for Member of Parliament, Maracha East constituency position in 2026 general election, said he will routinely organize such kind of barazas between locals and government entities to sensitize them to make sure they understand the laws and policies of government in order to avoid confrontations between the entities and the citizens.
Can reliably inform you that these are the right things we really need to do with our people. There is a lot. That's why sometimes members of parliament are there. Yes, they create these rules. And if we do not come to also sensitize our members about these policies and the laws that we make in the parliament, then we leave them with a lot of ignorance. And that is why such kind of issues are done.
The regional head of operations for URA, Mr. Ajiga Mansour, condemned the level of cruelty exhibited by the residents who always violently pelt URA law enforcement officers with stones. He also advised the members of the public not to board borders that do not have number plates.
Kelela maliri yore miluni du micho ni la dinarku atabani bani bira micho ni adiarku dakili yore ki there is short bazate yore chota bazi bideliku milodo yore obekin baba yore obe yo asban ni kun miso kwa zilinju iturus mburu alusia bobe amara royada mamut karamande para la lo mani style ban mo bezur kardale.
Honorable Oguzuli Dennis, the Marsa constituency MP who organized the Baraza, attributed numerous series of bloody confrontations between URA and the community members during operation to ignorance as a result of lack of sensitization awareness by the concerned stakeholders.
Bani yo ma o duko kiliri sukurs eyo chocha bani brazoro bani yo ye ani akosiris eyo chocha bani cho ye bile singrisis.
Oraku Benson Pastore, Osuta Yusuf, West Nile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, Moyo District has offered 3 hectares of land for the establishment of the High Court circuit to cover the Northwest Nile region and reduce on too much expenses incurred by the people in their quest for justice. So Kumu Dominic reports.
The people in the Northwest Nile region have been attending High Court sessions from Arua, which has been too costly in terms of travel expenses, which in many cases has resulted into some people abandoning the High Court processes and losing interest in the judicial system. Honorable Anyama Williams, the chairman Local Council 5 Moyo District, who doubles as the chairman for West Nile Region Development Agenda, Wenda, an association of the local council 5s and mayors in the West Nile region, said through the association they managed to convince the judiciary to consider establishing high court circuits in Nebi to serve the Aluru sub-region and Moyo to serve the Northwest Nile region, adding that as Moyo district, the authorities have gone ahead to offer land for the establishment of the High Court, and now the district is at the process of transferring the land title in the names of the judiciary.
As a district, we have offered free land with the title registered land. And now we are already in the process of transferring the land titles from Moyo district to judiciary. And already the processes are on. And I'm very optimistic that this will not take a lot of time. Very soon the process will be concluded and we appeal to the judiciary to fast track the process. The land we have offered is not only for the judicial building, not only for the High Court. We have also offered land for establishment of staff accommodation.
Omara Innocent David, the Chief Magistrate Moyo Magistrates Court, said establishing the High Court in Moyo District will be a very good move, which is the same as bringing services closer to the people in line with the new judiciary policies, which aims at bringing justice nearer to the people.
It is going to bring the services nearer to the people. That is in line with the objective of the new judiciary, which is to bring services also closer to the justice, nearer to the people. But the rest, we are going to be here. It should be a short, very easy to access justice because the High Court will be located in the heart of Moyo.
Mr. Ameko Jimmy Wale, the district probation officer Moyo, said once the High Court circuit is brought to Moyo district, it will reduce the distance being covered by the people to seek for justice from Arua. More so, the cost involved in accessing justice will be reduced, and this will increase the number of witnesses who will testify in some capital offenses.
The costs involved in the movement to access justice all the way from Adjumani, all the way from Moyo, all the way from Ubonge and Yumbe to Arua would have been reduced. That is the biggest advantage of the High Court being here. You'll realize that witnesses who are supposed to appear in some specific capital related offenses do not come because of the distance. Then the case is lost.
Superintendent of Police Dragud Ignatius, the Police Public Relations Officer for Northwest Nile Region, welcomed the decision to establish a High Court circuit within the Northwest Nile Region, saying it's the best decision being taken by the Judiciary Department, and this will reduce the long distance being covered mostly by the refugees who are mostly crossing from their camps to their country.
Some witnesses, you may find them crossing to South Sudan. Others are coming to refugees camp. and it will force them from South Sudan when they go to visit their relatives, coming back to refugees camp. Again from there, they close to Adjumani to handle cases, which is very far. So that's the main reason why we warmly welcome the decision of the state to bring the High Court in the northwestern region.
According to the information on ground, the Judiciary Department has okayed the request being put by the Association of the Local Council 5 chairpersons and the mayors in the West Nile region to establish High Court circuits in Nebi and Moyo district and pledge to establish the High Courts either this financial year or next financial year. And this explains why Moyo district has gone ahead to offer about 3 hectares of land for the judiciary to establish the High Court circuit in the district to cover Adjumani, Obongi, Yumbe and Moyo districts as the Northwest Nile region. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumo for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. During the annual Parents and Teachers General Meeting at Oleba Seed Secondary School, parents have been asked to support schools in raising manners among the learners for better performance in the region. Farish Majid and Benson Pastore report.
Parents have been asked to support schools in raising manners among learners for better performance in this region. This call was made during the annual Parents and Teachers General Meeting at Aliba Seed Senior Secondary School recently, where teachers stressed concern over limited support from parents in ensuring discipline of the learners while at school. Angwa Bernard, the head teacher of St. Peter's Seed Senior Secondary School, Aliba, says the limited support from parents is contributing to the poor performance in this region.
We have realized that at home there, the children also like the guidance to see that the children sent to school portray a very good image. And also looking at the situation of the support which the parents are giving to their children in terms of the facilities, especially scholastic materials. Books are not enough, soaps are not enough, even pens, general scholastic materials. That support which is come from the parents is not actually enough to ensure that students are motivated or their children are motivated at the school. And also looking at the character of the students, where some are lazy in attending the lessons is another key factor. Group influence is also another thing. Students don't want to sit for sometimes even this continuous assessment.
Alonzi Christopher, a primary school teacher who is also a parent of the school, says the failure by the stakeholders to work together in raising children is greatly affecting their performance today.
So the duty of bringing us a child is not the duty of the teacher, it's the duty of the parent, it's the duty of the society, and equally it is the duty of the government. So if all these combine together, I think we shall be able to raise up this child in a positive manner. So we have several cases of discipline arising up with these children. Recently, some they failed to do the final examination of last year, and when the parents were called, we discovered that this was not a problem of the parents, but it was the problem of the child. So at the end of the day, the parents were blamed. So cases of this nature are becoming frequent nowadays. These are the factors which affect the performance of children.
Meanwhile, Aria Sadia, another parent, blames the issue of some parents leaving responsibility to the teachers on conflicts and misunderstanding right from homes.
It is just because of misunderstandings between some parents. That's why they don't care for their children. Okay. But a caring parent, even though you stay alone, you're separated, you will still follow your children. And children now suffer a lot. They need love from both parties. They cannot get. Now you see now, some of them leave the children in the hand of the teachers, and the teachers cannot manage it alone. Children have to be in school with the teachers, and when they are handed over for us at home, we should also be with them. We support each other to keep these children. But that one happens when you love your children and you are a concerned parent.
However, Drani S.K. Johnson, Chairman Board of Governors, appeals to the stakeholders to unite in curbing drug abuse among learners, which is a factor contributing to the indisciplined cases.
So my humble request is, let us join hands. One, to check on these students and the youth at large, to ensure that issues to do with the drug abuse are thoroughly monitored by all stakeholders engaged in causing our youth to become better citizens tomorrow, if we can curb down that kind of behavior.
St. Peter's Seed Senior Secondary School is in Ivo East in Arua City and was founded in 2006 as a community-based school. Oraku Benson Pastore, Farsi Majid, West Nile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, the chief of Uchego Chiefdom, His Highness Ronald Jaljobi II, has been successfully installed in a ceremony to bring peace and unity among the Uchego communities after the former chief William Opar Angilia handed over power peacefully due to old age. Alfred Jawok reports.
The chief of Uchego Chiefdom, His Highness Ronald Jaljobi II, has been successfully installed in a ceremony to bring peace and unity among Uchego communities after the former chief William Oparangia handed over the power peacefully due to old age. During the installation ceremony held over the weekend at Uchego Chiefdom Palace, Tata Division Municipality, His Majesty Philip Raun Larkel III, King of Alur Kingdom, urged the new chief to promote unity and love among his subjects.
Apargo kaitie nyatir, kaitie politician, kaitie jurpenam, okoro, atie pinga shelma. Abe kwai wan salalu mabe kudi tie digiri kinwa. Natesha urwote kawasu. Development or the eternal barrel indicating okay to barrel real change ma one to wabe involved ya loka ma sometimes the dano giveno ni chopka ke la loka kini kende ngo chopka be ku set chopka be ku pinto reka kola loka mo beshido kachungu mo beshido kabelo.
His Highness Ronald Jaljobi II, the chief of Uchego Chiefdom, in his remarks pledged to work with these subjects to bring development in the chiefdom and to work with the chiefs of Alur Kingdom. He encouraged parents to send their children to school and fight against teenage pregnancies. He promised to promote gender equality among the people of Uchego Chiefdom.
Gender balance or gender equality. Wabina nunia watowa wotu karashel koni juma mall juma cho yote wa wotu yote level na shell. So wabi advocating vile maenu ki. Mapire tek magwe aneno ngomba lur kawoni wato arado anyira matindu kibe yashi ki ngome niki nyodu mumitirengo. Wabina nunia kwa tembo ka fighting lema enu ki utemka kale twero tumungo tuoreke jweki. Teenage pregnancies, unwanted pregnancies, berongo. Wamaru warado umako gokuro.
Right Honorable Vincent Oshayorach, the Deputy Prime Minister and Executive Director Alur Kingdom, urged chiefs to educate their subjects to know the true meaning of Alur culture.
Pekwaro, waro kutwiki jipiretek. Kana ipeja di makani, kai twiki jingo, ipeja kukaya. Ano peja di mikira Alur, angio koko, tanma tong actually, fear you, tina neno, ruot konga stani, leti obi para. Mawa mikwanga kusomo kule. Then Mary Tuesday, makwado yom de obi para. I want to tell obeying law, tell obeying law in a direction, Kawana Moth. Again, no tell the overdogging Jomuki 70% men arado. Apa pioneer, that quarter you to Narado, Gibinungo, and a teen in a Pimotimongo, Kautimengo, Nangarado Binungo. What pioneer called the Pimakuma in culture, give him a duo. So that we're using your Tico platform or any, in the point you are we are one, the quarter one. And you know, Jumokun and a Pimokini will share. And Jumokun will be more share. Can I go cultural function and help you then go?
Oshego Chiefdom has a total of over 13 clans stretching from Nebi Municipality, Madokolo and part of Erusi respectively. The occasion was graced by chiefs, civil servants, political leaders, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. To fulfill the commitment in the ruling National Resistance Movement Party Manifesto 2021-2026, government is set to launch the first regional cancer treatment center, Gulu Regional Cancer Center. The center is part of the 4 which is planned to be put in Arua, Mbale and Mbara respectively. Stephen Okello reports.
Uganda Cancer Institute is set to officially launch the first regional cancer treatment center to operate outside Kampala, Gulu Regional Cancer Center.
And we came to check where we have reached so that we are able to commission it. From our assessment, we think we are close to 90% completion. We have already started using it. We have already been treating patients. Patients have had surgeries, others have had treatment, and others have been diagnosed. The beauty with this center is that patients are diagnosed real time. They are looked at here, and through the internet, our consultants are able to evaluate them and give the response, and then we have treatment.
Olong Clinton explained to the delegations the accuracy and capacity of some of the modern machines they are using to diagnose and treat cancer patients at Gulu Regional Cancer Center.
If it's renal, liver, and then electrolytes, we use Cobas 311, which can do for us liver function tests, renal profile, can do for us lipid profile, can do for us electrolytes. And then for tumor markers, that aids in the monitoring treatment and prognosis, or maybe screening, some of the screening tests like PSA, CEA. Do them using what? Cobas E411. And it helps us, it has the capability of running 18 samples at a time.
The center now is fully equipped and set to begin operation in full gear. For accuracy and quick service, there is free and fast interactions between the doctors in Gulu Regional Cancer Center and that of Uganda Cancer Institute in Kampala.
The services for that for free, but that one is beyond me. So all patients are being handled. We are able to do the direct backing examinations. We are able to do the horizontal backing examinations. Okay, so the population is good is being served, and all the answers are still coming out. As you say, there is a back system. The images are got, they are uploaded to the server. The report is made, sent back, and printed and handed over information immediately.
In the last 3 months, with limited number of staff posted to the center to assemble and set the equipment, number of cancer patients, both those who have been diagnosed from Uganda Cancer Institute in Kampala and the local new cases have been handled from Gulu Regional Cancer Center.
From July to December, we have attended to about 377 clients. Out of the 377, over 222 are cancer patients, those with a confirmed cancer diagnosis. So we have a skeleton team of about 19 staff, and therefore we really need to have the number of staff boosted such that we can optimally perform.
Dr. Charles Solaro, the representative Minister of Health, called upon the management of Gulu Regional Cancer Treatment Center to prioritize the aspect of preventive measures through sensitizations.
Even if you put these units and you're not able to prevent cancer, then the numbers will overwhelm the facility. As I've mentioned earlier, definitely cancer will be preventable by vaccinating girls either at primary, at P4, or at 10 years up to 14.
Every year, over 30,000 new cases of cancer is spotted in Uganda. And out of this, only 7,000 cases are seen at Uganda Cancer Institute in Kampala. This means that over 20,000 Ugandans have been silently dying of cancer annually. And the Regional Cancer Treatment Center is coming up to solve these problems. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nilecast.
Monday edition of Nilecast Sports News always comes with its own vibe. My name is Oraku Benson Pastor. People will be expecting a lot from me. Of course, a lot of things happened over the weekend in the world of sports. Before we take a look at what transpired in USSSA Zonal Championship in West Nile, let's first look at what is transpired in the world of golf. I can confirm to you there was an ED golf tournament which happened at West Nile Golf Course, and it ended with the closing ceremony. Let's first take a look at how the closing ceremony was done.
The one-day West Nile Golf AD tournament organized by West Nile Golf Club together with the Muslim Brothers has ended successfully with the awarding of best performers. The tournament is organized annually in every period of AD celebration to give back to the community.
The tournament 2024. I think this is not the first time to win. We used to do this now. I've played so many tournaments, I've been winning them. So I'm happy for it to win it. Well, we said that everybody is a winner. So I mean that if today is my day, next time also be for another person. So golf needs a lot of practice. We don't practice, not to make the game. So the only advice I give my fellow golfers, let them practice so more so that they can also win like it.
I'm so much excited. It has been my second tournament since I joined the game, and this is my first prize I won. I'm really so much excited. I'm doing my best to win more. The message I can pass to the youth is real golf game is an interesting game. It's one of the most games that you can really meet true friends, you can learn things, and you also avoid other things like get in trouble. It's really so interesting, and many youths, you know, many people believe golf game is game for the rich, but it's not. So my message to them is always let them feel free to join the game. It's not all about maybe a working class or a rich person to join the game.
Basically, why I support golf club, it has a lot of exercise, and it is also removing these other issues where youth focus on these things of anonymity, these vulgar issues, robbing people's things. So I'm trying to do a lot of these supports to golf club to just to help youths so that to avoid some of these issues which are stealing people's property, and those ones who are unable to focus on what's in education. And these young girls who are also school dropouts, we're trying to give them courage to participate in these activities.
West Nile Golf Ground is the only recognized golf course in the region known of the sporting discipline. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, Nilecast Sports News.
Still keeping the pace within the region of West Nile, this time into a different sporting discipline. I'm talking about football. Paida Black Angels managed to complete league double over Arua City in West Nile Regional League Nyagak Zone, and the win they grabbed yesterday over the team of Arua City, which ended by 2-0. Still keeps them on top of the log in Nyagak Zone, and they are just a win away to seal the business. Let's have the reported story about that.
In a game witnessed by many fans, the Black Angel Sports Club managed to defeat Arua City FC 2-0 at Barokoro Stadium on Sunday 14th April 2024. Joseph Edema, the assistant coach Arua City FC, conceded the defeat and attributed the loss to the poor officiation of the game and reluctancy of his players. He added that this has given them a lesson to go back to the drawing board and correct their weaknesses.
What we result, we are prepared for the game, despite the performance of the team have not shown how that we have a win. So the best result was lost in the game, but we can take this as a lesson. We have to go back and correct our mistakes. We are not bad enough. We got some big chances in the first half. We don't realize the chances well, that's why we gave them the game. But that one is not all that bad. Players are good. We believe we also have the inside squad. That's why it has affected a little bit. Some players who are there for us whenever we don't do. That's why we try to come up with any players. Even need some defenders to play with them. Those things are not all that well with us. Because some players, that's why that is not bad. We need to correct that as a team. We have to go back and try to make sure that we have to remove ourselves.
Meanwhile, Hassan Nasur, coach by the Black Angel Sports Club, says their 3 games are tough, which needs a win to claim their mission for playoff. Nasur believes that this result has given them hope for their next game with Paida United on Sunday 21st April 2024 at King Stadium, Shana, after Zeo Central on Wednesday this week.
It has been a long way for us. This week we have the 3 games and 1 week already done with, and then the next game we are going to away, which was a much advantage. This is all our focus is each and every game, as we say, we really need the 3 points badly. Each and every game is going for the final games. Each and every game is like the final for us. So that's why we determined, as much as the game takes to preside, but we managed to come up with the 2 goals in the first half. The second half was a little bit tight, but at the end of the day, we have 3 points in our heads up for the next game, which is
By the Black Angel Sports Club defeated Arua City home and away this season. Following the previous results, there is a hope among the fans that by the Black Angel Sports Club will regain its moment to bounce back to big league. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Let's finalize the sporting stories that happened over the weekend in the region of West Nile. Yesterday, we are all in Koboko, where the finals of the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association finals for West Nile region was played. 2 finals were played. The first final was between Moyo Star High Senior Secondary School and Beaya that comes from Adjumani. Moyo Star managed to beat Beaya by 2-0. And then on the other side, we saw Mbara Senior Secondary School being crowned as the champions from the boys' side after beating the side called Paida SS by 2-1. And the 2 sides will be representing the region of West Nile in nationals. Not only that, the 3rd playoffs finals were also played. There was a game between Ediofe Senior Secondary School and a school called Pagrinya. The full time of that game ended in a barren draw, and we saw Ediofe going ahead by beating Pagrinya SS by 4-3 in the spot kick. On the other side, Coach SS managed to edge their neighbors Nyangelia Senior Secondary School by 1-0. That means in total we have 6 schools that will be representing the flag of West Nile in the nationals. For the ladies, it will be hosted by Ndeze. Meanwhile, for the boys, it will be taking place in Masaka. From the boys category, in summary, we have got Mbara Senior Secondary School, the champions, and also Paida SS, the second runners-up, not forgetting about Coach SS. Meanwhile, from the girls, we have Moyo Star High Senior Secondary School. We have got Joffre Girls Senior Secondary School, and lastly, Biaya Senior Secondary School. Let's jet national, and we talk about the big league. On the park yesterday had a game between themselves and the team Jinzanov United, and they managed to beat Jinzanov United by 3-1. That one wasn't the only game that was played in FUFA Big League over the weekend. There was a game between Police and the team of Calvary. Police managed to edge out Calvary by 1-0. Meanwhile, on the other side, Chinda Boys, we are 2-1 winners over Karo Karunzi. And we saw the team Statume sharing the spoil with the Lugazi. It ended 1-1. And lastly, Kataka managed to edge out Young Elephant by 1-0. Now, let's highlight something about the top of the table. Right now, the team which is leading the table is Police with 43 points, followed by Lugazi with 37. The same number of points the third team, Kataka, is having. And on the park, after picking the win against Jinzanov United, it has pushed them at number 7 with something of around 32 points. And Calvary, that they lost yesterday into the hands of Police, still sits at number 10 with 24 points. What about in Stanbic Uganda Cup? I can confirm to you the quarter-final games are already done. And yesterday, 2 games were played. Pakwati Youngsters from West Nile region, more special from Greater Nebi region, lost into the hands of Pajule Lions by 1-0. And there was a 2-all tie between the defending champions Vipers and the team called Airtel Chitara, and Airtel Chitara knocking out the Vipers in the penal shootout. Before that, games were also played, and the team NEC were 2-0 winners over Police. Then on the other side, Bull also settled for a 1-all tie with the team of KC in the normal tie, and Bull going past KC in the penal shootout after 6-5 win over the team of Kasasiro Boys. And let's go to people's favorite league, that's European League. Before I give you what transpired over the weekend in English Premier League, first, the record being broken in German Bundesliga. For the first of its kind, we have seen Bayer Leverkusen winning German Bundesliga title after running riot over Werder Bremen, demolishing them by 5-0. That means this time it has been dominated actually by the team of Bayern Munich. For 11 successive seasons, it has been Bayern Munich dominating the title of German Bundesliga. This time it has gone into the hands of Bayer Leverkusen after more than 10 decades. Bayer Leverkusen winning it. Let's finalize everything with what transpired in English Premier League. Arsenal lost, Liverpool lost, and it gave the advantage for the citizens to see that they go on top. And we saw Arsenal being beaten by Aston Villa by 2-0. On the other side, Liverpool at Anfield, they could not go past Crystal Palace, and they were also beaten by 1-0. And West Ham lost into the hands of Fulham also yesterday by 2-0. Before that, games were played on Saturday. Manchester United had to settle for a 2-all tie with the team of Bournemouth. Meanwhile, Brentford were 2-0 winners over Sheffield United. Manchester City ran riot over Luton, demolishing them by 5-1. And there will be a very big encounter coming tonight in Monday Night Football, as we'll be seeing Everton taking on the team of Chelsea. Chelsea, they are staying at Stamford Bridge as they say hi to the team of Toffees. Right now, on top of the log, the table has changed. Manchester City now on top with 73 points, followed by the team of Arsenal with 71. Liverpool comes to third position with 71. And the team which completes the top 4 is the team of Aston Villa with 63. Down in the relegation zone, still teams like Burnley, Sheffield United, you talk about Luton, all newly promoted sides sleeping in the relegation zone. With that, we have come to the end of today's edition of NILE Sports News. It has been me, Benson Pastore, in front of the camera. Let's link up again tomorrow as I'll be still handling the segment of sports in NILEcast.
And that marks the end of the NILEcast only on West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the NILEcast to the end of the NILEcast.